If you were interested in starting your career as a surgical tech, then I'm sure this question would probably have crossed your mind. How much does it cost to become a surgical tech? Do I need to get a degree, and will that require student loans? Well, in this video, we'll cover the different costs associated with attending a full-time on-campus surgical tech program. Now, we will also talk about a revolutionary approach that can help you become a surgical tech in under 6 months for less than $2,000. All right, this is Landon. You are watching Certified Success, and let's get started. Now, when it comes to surgical tech education, most students think about attending an on-campus, in-person program, right? This could be a 2-year associate degree program or a 1-year certificate program. Enrolling in an on-campus surgical tech school might seem like the obvious option, but there are some major problems associated with these full-time programs. Now, I know you're wondering, Landon, what are you talking about? Well, let me explain. Problem number 1, big price tags. The tuition for on-campus surgical tech programs can go as high as $40,000. Even a 1-year program can cost you close to $15,000. It's a lot of money. Full-time programs are absurdly expensive, and to afford that kind of price, you might have to rely on student loans. This whole process of applying for loans can take months, but more than that, as adults, look, we got responsibilities. Having this additional burden of student debt can make things complicated, and it can take years to pay off. I mean, damn, do we really want that? Now, when you're going back to school, the cost of tuition is not the only thing you have to worry about. This brings me to problem number 2, hidden cost. In a full-time program, you gotta drive to campus multiple times a week. You have to take into account the cost of traveling to these classes, including gas, parking permits, paying for babysitters, food, etc. Additionally, with most programs, the cost of training material and books are not covered. I mean, you might have to pay for them out of your own pocket. All these costs add up, and your education can get really, really expensive. Problem number 3, long course duration. An average degree program can take 2 years to complete. A certificate program can take 12 months to complete. That is a lot of time spent in a classroom. Essentially, with an on-campus program, you are putting your whole life on hold for 2 long years. God forbid if anything happens in your life, and now you're forced to skip a few classes and then you start lagging behind. You might have to wait for months to take that same class again, and it can take even longer to complete your program. According to data published on research.com, 37.5% of students who enroll in an associate degree program finish their studies in 6 years. For almost 40% of students, it can be thrice as long to complete a degree program. Look, just imagine the kind of expenses that you might have to incur. The bottom line is, if you were going to attend a full-time on-campus surgical tech program, it can get really, really expensive. But then what are you supposed to do? How else are you supposed to get your formal surgical tech training? Well, what you need is a new approach. An approach that can help you complete your surgical tech training in as little as 4 months without going back to school. This approach actually exists, and we call this the Preppy approach. The Preppy approach is a radical new approach designed to help you get job ready as a surgical tech in under 6 months. With the Preppy approach, you can get your training 100% online, and the best part is learn on your own schedule. Get a university certificate for your training and get an externship placement for your hands-on clinical experience. The Preppy approach is helping thousands of students nationwide get training towards their dream careers. And the best thing is, the Preppy approach is insanely affordable, and it'll cost you less than $2,000. Now, Grant Aldrich, who is the creator of the Preppy approach and a respected higher education expert, recently made a video where he talks all about this approach and how you can get started. I will make sure to add the link for this video down below in the comments. Look, guys, ultimately the choice is yours. If you want to take the traditional approach of attending a full-time college program, it can cost thousands of dollars, put you in student debt, and take years to complete. But you also have an alternative path that can help you get job ready in as little as 6 months for less than $2,000. To learn more about the Preppy approach, you can click the link down below. So that is all that we have for you today, guys. I hope that you now have a clear idea of how much it can cost to become a surgical tech. If this video was helpful, please give us a like, and for more content about the surgical tech career, you can subscribe to our channel. And as always, until next time, this was Landon signing off. Take care.